In the human history, not many civilizations have captured the imagination quite like the Vikings. Hailing from the rugged, ice-cold shores of Scandinavia, these seafaring warriors forged an indelible legacy that continues to captivate and inspire us to this day. From their audacious raids on foreign shores to their pioneering spirit of exploration and discovery, the Vikings left an indelible mark on the world that still echoes through the corridors of time. Yet, perhaps more than anything else, it is the Vikings' fearless demeanor in the face of danger that has come to define their legacy. Whether braving the stormy seas in search of new lands to conquer or clashing with rival war bands on distant shores, the Vikings approached life with a steely resolve, born of centuries of struggle and survival. But what exactly made these intrepid warriors so bold and audacious? What drove them to venture into the unknown, facing down danger with a courage and determination that few could match? In freezing waves of ocean and heartless cold winters, how they became legends. The indomitable spirit of the Vikings, those seafaring warriors of old, was deeply rooted in their cultural norms and beliefs. From a young age, their children were steeped in the ethos of courage, valor, and honor. The sagas of their ancestors, filled with tales of heroic exploits and daring adventures, served as both inspiration and instruction for the next generation. In Viking society, the concept of fearlessness was not merely admired, it was expected. To shy away from danger was to dishonor oneself and one's kin. Instead, the Vikings embraced the notion that to die in battle was among the highest honors one could achieve. This belief in the sanctity of combat imbued them with a fearlessness that set them apart on the battlefield. The Viking code of conduct, known as the Havamal, extolled the virtues of bravery and resilience in the face of adversity. Cattle die, kinsmen die, you yourself will die. But I know one thing that never dies, the reputation of the one who has fallen, declares one verse. This emphasis on the enduring legacy of valor served to reinforce the importance of courage in the Viking worldview. Moreover, the Vikings' reverence for their gods and goddesses played a significant role in shaping their attitudes towards fear and death. Odin, the All-Father, was not only the god of war, but also the god of wisdom and poetry. To die in battle was to earn the favor of Odin and secure a place in Valhalla, the hall of the slain, where warriors feasted and fought alongside the gods for all eternity. In essence, the fearless nature of the Vikings was not a mere product of individual bravery, but rather a reflection of their collective cultural identity. They were warriors born and bred, steeped in a tradition that prized courage above all else. It was this cultural legacy that fueled their audacity and drove them to conquer lands far beyond their shores. The fearlessness of the Vikings was not born out of empty bravado, but rather forged in the crucible of battle. Raised in a society where raiding and warfare were commonplace, Viking children learned the art of combat from an early age. From mock battles in the village square to real skirmishes against rival clans, every experience served to harden their resolve and hone their skills. By the time they reached adulthood, Viking warriors were seasoned veterans, adept at both the physical and psychological aspects of warfare. They knew how to wield a sword, throw a spear, and navigate the chaotic frenzy of the battlefield with ease. But perhaps more importantly, they understood the importance of discipline, strategy, and teamwork in achieving victory. The sagas are replete with accounts of Viking valor in battle, from the legendary exploits of heroes like Ragnar Lothbrok to the anonymous foot soldiers who fought and died alongside them. These tales serve as a testament to the courage and tenacity of the Viking warriors, who faced down overwhelming odds with unwavering determination. But it was not just their prowess in combat that made the Vikings fearless. It was also their willingness to embrace the uncertainties of war. In battle, as in life, victory was never guaranteed, and defeat was always a possibility. Yet the Vikings faced each challenge with a stoic resolve, knowing that the outcome was ultimately beyond their control. It was their battle-tested experience that set the Vikings apart from other warriors of their time. They were not just fearless, they were fearsome, instilling terror in their enemies and earning the respect of allies and foes alike. And though the Viking age may have passed into history, the legacy of their courage lives on, inspiring awe and admiration in all who hear their tales. Faith and mythology played a central role in shaping the mindset of the Vikings, imbuing them with a sense of purpose and destiny that made them fearless in the face of danger. Central to their religious beliefs was the concept of fate, as depicted in the Norns, the mythical weavers of destiny who spun the threads of life for all beings. In Viking cosmology, fate was not something to be feared, but rather embraced as an inevitable part of existence. To die in battle was to fulfill one's destiny, to play out the role assigned to them by the gods. This fatalistic outlook gave the Vikings a sense of courage and resignation in the face of adversity, knowing that their ultimate fate was beyond their control. Key to this belief system was the figure of Odin, the All-Father and chief of the gods. He was the patron deity of warriors, and those who died in battle were said to be taken to his hall, Valhalla. But it was not just Odin who inspired the Vikings to fearlessness. It was also the rich Norse mythology itself. Tales of heroic gods and goddesses, epic battles and cosmic struggles filled their hearts with a sense of wonder and awe. They saw themselves not just as mere mortals, but as players in a grand saga, destined to leave their mark on the world. In this way, faith and mythology served as a source of strength and inspiration for the Vikings, fueling their courage and resolve in the face of danger. They knew that they were part of something greater than themselves, part of a cosmic drama that stretched beyond the bounds of time and space, and this knowledge made them truly fearless in the eyes of their enemies. At the heart of Viking society lay tight-knit community bonds that served to reinforce their sense of identity and purpose. In the harsh and unforgiving lands of the north, where survival depended on cooperation and mutual support, the ties of kinship and friendship were paramount. Viking communities were organized around extended family units known as æts, with loyalty to one's kin considered sacrosanct. But these bonds extended beyond blood relations to encompass neighbors, allies, and even sworn enemies. The concept of frith, or peace and security, was highly valued, and those who violated it risked ostracism and exile from the community. This sense of communal solidarity extended to all aspects of Viking life, including warfare. When a chieftain called for a fyrd or levy of troops, every able-bodied man was expected to answer the call, regardless of personal risk or sacrifice. Warriors fought not just for personal glory, but for the safety and prosperity of their families, clans, and communities. Even in today, when we look at Nordic countries, they still value human bonds than material possessions. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting its golden rays upon the rugged shores of Scandinavia, the Vikings embark upon their next great adventure. It is not merely their daring spirit that propels them forward, but their unparalleled adaptability and innovation in the face of ever-changing circumstances. From the icy depths of the North Sea to the fertile plains of foreign lands, the Vikings' ability to adapt and innovate set them apart as pioneers of their age. At the heart of the Viking ethos lay a restless spirit of exploration and discovery, driving them ever onward in search of new lands to conquer and new horizons to explore. Yet, it was not merely brute force that propelled the Vikings across the seas, but a keen understanding of navigation and seamanship that allowed them to navigate the treacherous waters of the North Atlantic with relative ease. Whether fashioning intricate longships capable of traversing the open ocean or devising cunning strategies to outmaneuver their foes on the battlefield, the Vikings were never content to rest on their laurels, but constantly sought new ways to gain the upper hand. It was not merely in matters of war and exploration that the Vikings displayed their ingenuity and resourcefulness, but in every aspect of their daily lives. From the intricately carved wooden longhouses that dotted the Scandinavian landscape to the sophisticated trading networks that spanned the length and breadth of the known world, the Vikings' ability to adapt and innovate knew no bounds. There's no doubt it was this spirit of adaptability and innovation that allowed the Vikings to leave an indelible mark on the history, shaping the course of world events for centuries to come. Though their age may have passed into memory, the legacy of the Vikings lives on, a testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity in the face of adversity.